Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are all set for today's matchup. First game of the season for the Lasalle Academy Rams here in the Rhode Island High School Girls Lacrosse season. It is Tim Duffy on the call here today for Fans Only Sports Network. We got 25 minutes on the clock. And Rhode Island High School Girls Lacrosse, it is two 25-minute running halves. The clock will stop on goals. And some hard fouls. Just had the opening announcements, followed by national anthem and the starting lineups. Seekonk and Lasalle about to get ready to go. Lasalle coming off a runner-up season a year ago, looking to run it back here in the 2025 campaign. We are underway here in Providence, but they're going to blow it dead already. First stoppage o'clock of the season coming. Not even 5 seconds in, but it's actually 15-minute halves, 15 minutes today. So not 25, 15 minutes to be a shortened game. It is, just a scrimmage. And it's Lasalle with it first. Looking to make a play here. And with the ball was Karen McGovern, the senior captain, who swings it out. Salle moving it around. Here's Grace. Back up top they go to free toss. Give it to Peters. Peters gets to her right. Peters spins and back pedals. Now gets this one off the turf. Scooping it up there was Blackburn, I believe. And here she is entering the attacking area. And rather, that's actually Goodwin. Maddie Goodwin, another captain of this team. 3 captains for this LaSalle team this season. So we are already a minute in to this scrimmage. Peters dances to her right with it. Peters spins. Gives it up inside. LaSalle is possessing the whole game. The first shot, though, gets blocked. And getting it back was McGovern. We'll have to go outside the circle here. First goal belongs to LaSalle. And this is going to be a little bit too early now. And it's going to be Seekonk for the first time today with the ball. They call it against LaSalle. Trying to burst up the field. Swing it out. Over to O'Brien Killigan. And now getting it back here is Romani. Back up top. Trying to charge through the middle here. Create some space. Get it behind the net. And this one will be LaSalle. Trying to skip it first along the end line there was Moscarelli, the third and final captain for the Rams. LaSalle has it again. And it's Goodwin coming down the near side. Goodwin attacking, getting through everybody. Not too much contact at all, and Goodwin trying to create it herself. Instead, that was Grace trying to avoid the crease violation there, and as a result, getting the ball for the first time. Gives it up inside, tall shot. It scores for Brindley Freitas, the sophomore, with the goal. Freitas able to punch it in. Salle with a 2. Got to put the first goal out. It's a 2-0 game for Lasalle. Peters and Freitas with the goals. And LaSalle's going to win this face-off here. Another face-off win, going down all the way with it is McGovern. McGovern! She puts it in. 3-0 Rams. Off the face-off and was able to go all the way with it to put LaSalle up 3-0. This first half is all there so far. And this one off the face-off, it's scooped up by Goodwin. As Casey dominating the face-off right there. Gets through the middle. That shot also goes in for Maddie Goodwin, the captain, with her first of the season, and it's a 4-0 game for LaSalle. They do it off the face-off again. Not even 5 minutes in, 4 goals deep is the Seekonk deficit. They'll delay on the face-off here and trying to win it is Kira Casey again, as she's been dominant at that spot here today. And this one pokes up in the air, and Seekonk trying to create a possession here with Jalen Albato, and they're able to get their second possession of the day. That is going to be staying with Seekonk. On the attack here, it is Romani, and Romani will backpedal a little bit. Give it up off the bounce, feeds it over to Albano. Albano stops and turns and feeds. Spinning out some trouble right there. And the shot too tall for Caitlin McMahon. He'll stay with Seekonk though. We're going to bring it to the other side here to start the Warrior possession, and this one is taken back by the Rams. They got numbers here. It's a 5-on-3. They have a centering pass for Freitas. Freitas gives it up. Back to her. Freitas scores her second. And it's 5 on the board for LaSalle. So timeout called for the first time today. I'll take a break as well. 9 minutes left here in the first half in Providence. Here's Goodwin again. Goodwin full steam ahead, try to get through some traffic. So Luch got her pocket picked. Going back to Seekonk. Stays with the Warriors. Moving around here. Looking to weave through traffic and looking to sit her down. Right there was Karen McGovern. And I'll stay with the Warriors here. Let's see what Seekonk can do offensively. Haven't done much at all. Here's an 8-meter shot. Try to put Seekonk on the board, and she gets denied. Stuffed. On the move, here's Lasalle. Inside again. Freitas got that one saved. Picked up, though. And making a move and getting the goal there is Peyton Giroux. Sorry, rather, it's Charlotte Grace, the senior, with the goal. This one is batted up in the air off the face-off. LaSalle going to set up shop once again. Goodwin going left, gets through the middle. Goodwin takes the shot and scores again. Another one. 9 for LaSalle, and Goodwin has her second. And we are sorry about our technical difficulty issues so far. We missed a couple of LaSalle goals, admittedly. But we are back. We're ready to go. And very close to having this be a permanent running clock. It's 3 more 15-minute quarters is the word on the street. This is longer than a regular Rhode Island high school hockey, lacrosse game. LaSalle once again looking to get double digits in the first. They're going to be fearless about it as well. Peters swings it out, and it's McGovern who has a pair over to Goodwin. This unit has been operating at a high efficiency up to this point. Peters back up top. Captain McGovern has had a brilliant first quarter here in the opening 13 minutes tonight. Just playing some catch now, looking to just kill some clock and make this possession last a while. McGovern over to Freitas. It's the other Freitas, Elsie Freitas. Got a touch there. Peters. This one's on the ground, and it will be picked up by Goodwin, and it's back to McGovern at the top. McGovern going to go right. A little jab step, takes the shot on the move, and gets it past for another goal. First quarter hat trick for Karen McGovern. Got it by the goaltender, Olivia Rhodes. And it is 10 on the board for the Rams here in the first quarter, and they'll just run this down to the end of the first as well. So the rule 10 plus goal difference is a running clock, and we've seen it already here in the opening 14 minutes, not even. So a 10-0 lead. Coming down the near side, it is Freitas, Elsie Freitas, over to Peters. No, rather, that is Lauren Silva. Silva back to Freitas. This is a Lasalle roster that runs pretty deep. They got a ton of players on this team, and you got to think we're going to see almost all of them. And as a commentator, you're going to use all the names that you wrote down. McGovern over to Freitas. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Will LaSalle add another one? We'll see. Now down to 12, and now on the move, McGovern gets some space, took the shot, and I think got fouled there. 9 seconds left in the quarter. McGovern at the 8-meter line looking to get her 4th goal of the quarter. And Olivia Rhodes, the goaltender, that's the last person she wanted to see on that 8-meter circle. Only seen one in this game, an 8-meter shot. It was Seekonk, and they missed it. Here's McGovern, launches it, hits the post, takes a long rebound coming down near side, and it will wind at the end of the first quarter. So LaSalle, after one, they lead it 10-0. An unprecedented first quarter. We'll be right back in 2 minutes for the second here on Fans Only Sports Network. Back here for the second quarter, 10-0 Rams. Looking to punch on some more here in the second. Clock's going to run indefinitely. Salle up 10-0 as we also switch sides here. And it's Salle on the tip again. It's Goodwin, or the face-off rather. Here is Goodwin. Cutting through, gives it up. Inside shot, score. It is Goodwin for her third. Another one for Maddie Goodwin, the captain. Getting word that it might be second half. I thought it was 2 halves before the game. Well, I guess we'll just find out, okay? Find out, see what happens. I mean, wouldn't really make a lot of sense for a scrimmage to be longer than a regular high school game. So, I guess we'll find out. But Lasalle, they got their lead up to 11. This is the team you're going to watch out for in Rhode Island this year. Even the ref taking his time on the face-off. Ready to wrap this one up. Just kidding, obviously. And Lasalle will set up another possession. Tiptoeing down the near side, it is Elsie Freitas. Freitas surveys, backs up, feeds. Right side centering pass. The shot there is saved by Rhodes, who denies the Maddie Goodwin shot right there. He'll be scooped up, though. And McGovern with it now for Lasalle. McGovern. Peters. Gives out a little screen. It's Freitas, or rather, yes, Freitas. That's the other Freitas sister, though, Brindley, the one that I was thinking of. McGovern. Pump fakes. Thinking about it. Trying to wiggle through a pair of defenders and will be forced to not give it up yet. And now does. Shot, though, for Freitas. Scores. Great pass from McGovern, and Freitas, the 5-hole, got through the legs of Rhodes, and that is her third of the game. Brindley Freitas with a quiet hat trick. 6 different Ram goal scorer here today. The sophomore. So Brindley and Elsie both sophomores. You got to assume they're twins. And they are lighting it up right now here at Shimini Stadium. On the move, it is O'Brien Gilligan, and O'Brien Gilligan. First time Seekonk's touched it. This one at the X. O'Brien Gilligan gets it back. Swings it back up top for Evelyn Crane, and Crane trying to make a move, gets a shot off. She will, and she'll get a score. Seekonk on the board for the first time today. Evelyn Crane. She got it by Sophie Owens right there, and Lasalle up 11. For the second time today, Seekonk cutting the lead down to that. So the Warriors showing their warriorness, continuing to fight. And they're going to set up another possession right here again. It's Albano. Albano looking to cut inside, gives it up. That shot bounces home, and another one for the Warriors. And on the shot there is Emily Tonino to make it a 12-2 game. So if they get another goal, Seekonk, without Lasalle scoring before them, we will have some stoppages of clock. I think I was a little presumptuous with Lasalle up 10-0 that it would run the rest of the game. So for the Warriors, they have made it at least somewhat interesting to get a pair of goals right there. Salle going to start the possession here, though. Good pass inside, little pump fake, and a goal for Maddie Goodwin again, her fourth. And it's back to 11, so some comfort right there to keep that cushion for Lasalle. And it is an 11-point lead again. Goal advantage. Here's Goodwin. Up to McGovern. McGovern. As we are 7 minutes now into the second. Peters spins out of it. Peters gets through the middle, gonna get fouled. And this will be the second 8-meter shot coming up for Lasalle. It's going to be Peters now, actually. It's actually from 10 meters, rather, and that one scores. She rips it in for her second today. Got it by Rhodes once more. This one flies in the air. McGovern gonna think of the big play. McGovern putting on the Jets. McGovern wiggles through. McGovern scores another one. Her fourth. Did it herself again. She did that earlier where right after the face-off, she caught it and then went all the way for a score. And deja vu here in the second. Five and a half to go. McGovern will scoop this one up. Let's see if she can do it again. She gets some pressure along the sidelines. Will work her way inside. McGovern. Just over 5 minutes to go. Finds the middle here. Peters, backhand shot. Are you serious? She scores. A no-looker from Lily Peters. 16 on the board for Lasalle. Look at that, with 5 minutes to spare, too. Behind the back action for Peters, who lays the punch, and McGovern with another beautiful assist. Such good vision for the game and such good feel for it as well. She just knows where everybody's going to be, it seems like. That's why she was noted one of the 3 captains on this team. Peters, the junior, trying to follow in her footsteps next year. So let's see if Seekonk can just some action. He goes on their side of the field, or their offensive side, but McGovern is there first forward, and McGovern along the left side trying to run this thing again. I mean, she has just been running the offense so efficiently, and she's going to get another assist here. A little pump fake, spin, shot. Got saved. It was Charlotte Grace taking the shot, and it looked like she got interfered with, and she'll take. No, they give it right back to Seekonk, actually. No penalty on Rhodes. I thought they called on her, and Rhodes overthrows that one. It's going to be on the ground, and trying to box out and get that ball back was Lasalle, and they could not. They give it to Seekonk, though, again, and eating it. Didn't have her footing and had a bunch of turf in her face instead. Lost the ball, and Lasalle gets it back once more. It is Murphy now, and she got fouled. Actually, no, they bring it back Seekonk's way, with just over 3 minutes to go. A little bit too handsy there was Noelle Pizzelli, and now it's the Petro. Warriors trying to do something here. Crane. It's been nightmarish, though, so far for Seekonk. Coming to Lasalle, and not sure if they expected anything, but not a great opening scrimmage for him, as that's going to be penalty against Lasalle, and Crane will have a free shot from 8 meters out. Looking for her second goal. Here's Evelyn Crane, and she gets it. So, silver lining for Seekonk. So they got number 17 on their squad, and Crane with her second of the second with $1.50 to go. Minute 20 left. This one is slapped onto the Seekonk side of the field, and that is going to be against Lasalle. And starting with it is Molly Sheenahan here. Sheenahan going to get through. They're calling for the ball from her. She gives it up, and I think she got it from behind there. And O'Brien Gilligan was the one who picked it up. That's going to stay with Seekonk still with 50 seconds. Crane just throws it up in the air. And this is going to be taken back by Lasalle, looking for another one. And it's Freitas in pursuit, gives it up to her sister, Brinley Freitas. They call it against Seekonk here, and they'll stop the clock with 27 seconds. And it's actually going to be a timeout by Lasalle, looking to get their 17th goal. So we'll be right back following the timeout. Back here with 27.2 to go. Lasalle drawing up a play, it looks like, and looking to, kill off some clock and get a goal with not too much time left. Let's see what they got here. Is this the best play they have? We'll find out now. Is Freitas starting with it, Brindley. Here's McGovern. It's a little screen, surveys, and that is going to be against Lasalle. Keep the clock moving. It's going to be blown dead again. Actually, no, they keep it alive. Knocked out of Grace's hands, or Crane's hands, and that's going to end the second. So yeah, I think that will be halftime. Or will it? I mean, yes, halftime. 16-3 LaSalle on top. Second half action here on Fans Only Sports Network. So Lasalle with a 13-goal advantage. They'll be coming to the left side of the screen. Seekonk will be going the other way. Tim Duffy bringing you back here live here for the second half. The Rams demolition. Live and in action, and it's Goodwin again, who already has 4. Goodwin swings it over to Silva. Silva trying to get through. She wants one, and she'll get it there. Lauren Silva. It's a 14-goal lead, and LaSalle extending this advantage. 17-3. So unless Seekonk can get it to a 9-goal deficit, right now it's at 14, we will have a running clock indefinitely. LaSalle will be a little bit early, I think, there, and they'll actually redo it rather. So call a redo. Face-off here is McGovern along with Kylie O'Brien Gilligan, and McGovern will get it here over OBG. Inside, McGovern finds it, and they find the back of the net once again. With the goal there, I'm trying to see the number on the jersey, and it is Allison Boggs who gets the goal. It was actually Charlotte Grace. Charlotte Grace with her second. And it's up to a 15-goal lead. Largest today. So let's see how many LaSalle is even going to want to put on. I mean, looks like they can put on at least 30 if they wanted to. They're keeping all their starters out on the field as well. I mean, with a 15-goal lead, and losing her footing, and the ball there was Silva, and Seekonk trying to set up shop here. Watch out from behind, and this one off the stick of Tonino, who gets it back. She has one of the goals in this game, and Tonino runs into a wall. Goodwin knocked it out of her stick, and it's going to be a penalty there, or foul, rather. The girls are going to line up with Kylie O'Brien Gilligan. OBG looking for a shot that brings it to within 14. Can she do it? They've already scored an 8-meter today, and that was actually from 10 meters out, rather, so she gives it up instead. And here's Crane back to OBG. Kylie O'Brien Gilligan feeds over to Tonino. They go right side. This one down the field. It's going to bounce up to Silva, and Silva lets it get by her. It'll be picked up by Sheenahan. Here's Seekonk. Gonna reset. Bounces past Albano. Albano gets ripped from behind there, and it is going to be Albano getting it back. Crane, who has 2 today, runs into a lot of pressure. Crane with 2 defenders right in her face has to give it up. And she does a little bit too late, but still does. Can get by a defender here, and this one at the point of attack, it's stripped away from her, but they're going to call a foul first. And that is going to be an 8-meter shot for Albano. She'll have a chance to get the 4th Warrior goal today. Let's see if Owens can make the stop. The junior goaltender. Albano bounced it in. Thought it was going wide, and it went over the top of Owens, and net Seekonk their 4th goal today. It's over a third of the way into this third quarter. Foul on the field, and they will say it's Seekonk, and it's Kyle BG. Goes full steam and gets a nice spin. Got a lot of Seekonk fans in attendance, it sounds like, or they're vocal at least, and the shot there scores for Kylie O'Brien Gilligan. And it's a 5th Warrior goal, so don't go away yet, because Seekonk getting some rhythm here. They were down in this game 12-0. And it's been a 6-5 LaSalle outcome since. This one going to bounce and find Tonino. Tonino coming down the near side, up ahead. This one off the stick of a Warrior and picked up by Kylie O'Brien Gilligan. And she makes a nice move to get some space and got her pocket picked at the end of the play. And they call a foul on the field first. Wow, so she'll have one more chance at another 8-meter shot. She just scored a moment ago, looking for 2 in a row now. She'll take it at the right side here. Kylie O'Brien Gilligan gets it top shelf over the left shoulder of Owens, and Seekonk again. 3 unanswered goals for the Warriors. Questionable call there. I think it was on Fatima Ferreira, number 19 for LaSalle. I don't know if that was enough to draw a foul against her, and does the 8-meter shot, but the referees thought so, and there's 7 minutes left here. LaSalle, they have taken their foot off the gas a little bit, trying to lock in. For this last 20 minutes of game time, just about, as so we'll find McGovern, and they're going to say it's Seekonk ball. Wow. And they want in Kylie O'Brien Gilligan's hand. She gets it up to Albano, who scored this quarter as well. Albano got it ripped away from her, and they will say another foul. So that's going to put it the 10-meter stripe this time. Bono, she's going to take it herself right up the gut and got it ripped from behind. And I think they blew another foul there. So this will now set up an 8-meter shot for Albano. Looking to draw it to within 11 as they've scored the last 3. Looking to make it 4 unanswered here is Seekonk. Take it from the same spot that O'Brien Gilligan did. And Albano will shoot, and Owens makes a much-needed save. Couldn't get it between her legs right there. A good pass up ahead. On the move, they find Peters. Peters kicks. This one in the middle here and knocked out of Freitas' stick. It's loose up in the air, and Crane able to get it for Seekonk. Crane down the field over the stick of Tonino. It's going to find McMahon. McMahon ran into a wall, and Lasalle able to get it back here with 5 to go in the third. Good pass up to Grace Renza, and Renza could not get it successfully to Simonelli, who had a great chance to get her first goal today. Now Lasalle putting in some of the backups. You can see as well, and Simonelli can't believe she whiffed on that one. Seekonk the other way now with it. There's Romani. Crane. Gonna go right. It's Tonino. Tonino gets the shot off and just missed off to the mark. And who will win the race? Seekonk does. And will go out of bounds, though, off the Warriors. It's still up in the air and cradling it that time is Lasalle. On the push. It's Freitas. Swings it out. Up top, Peters. Oh, she whiffed on it. Too tall for Peters, but Renza was there, and LaSalle's going to take a timeout here for some reason with 3:37 left in the third. They got to reset a little bit, but they still lead it by a dozen. 18-6 the score here on Fans Only Sports Network. Back here after the Rams timeout. They still possess following the missed shot, which Renz was able to catch up to give LaSalle another chance to get number 19. Here with 18 and change to play, so Here are the Rams, and it's Peters up top. Back over to Freitas. Out of the stick of McGovern, and she turns it over right after the timeout. And here comes O'Brien Gilligan, and McGovern knocked it right out of her stick. What a play. Stress up inside for Peters, and this is going to be turned over. Not a good turnover at all by Lasalle. And Seekonk going back the other way with it now. Turned over immediately. Terrible pass. Good setup for the Rams, and a good save by Rhodes, who didn't know where it was at first. It's still on the field. And they're calling it against Charlotte Grace, who has 2 goals today, who got the interception right there off the bad Seekonk pass, but couldn't get the hat trick. Looking to become the 3rd, actually 4th LaSalle hat trick today. McGovern and Goodwin with 4 each. Peters, the other hat trick. Actually, Freitas, rather. So looking to be the 5th hat trick. I don't know if I corrected myself already, but friendly Freitas at that, who has 3 goals, the sophomore. Charlotte Grace, the senior, with a pair. But Seekonk looking to get it down to 11. Crane. O'Brien Gilligan, this one she has some trouble hanging on to, but gets it. Brian Gilligan going right, runs into about 3 defenders and gets fouled again, and she will have another 8-meter look here, looking to get her 3rd goal of the quarter. She'll go from a little bit farther right this time. Owen saved her last shot, and this is going to be missed. And it'll hit off of a Ram. Was going to stay with the Warriors anyways, with the body there first. And now the minute 13 to go and counting down. Seekonk looking to come an inch closer to single-digit deficit. And they're not going to do it like that. They retain possession of the yellow line, by the way. That is the end line, not the white lines we're prone to seeing on the gridiron. Crane surveys, and a clean pick. Great play there to knock it out. And it's Goodwin who makes the play, and Goodwin all the way down about 50 yards downfield. We'll stop and survey. You got 30 seconds to work with here. Lasalle. Now it's McGovern, and Goodwin is just racing down the field. Now she's going to limp off of it. Doesn't look too severe. 15 seconds left. What will they do here? McGovern gets by a defender. McGovern looking for number 5. Gives it up. Peters in trouble. Got to get rid of it. Inside. Freitas has a good look at the buzzer. And gets it saved. And that ends the 3rd. What a save there to end the 3rd quarter. So 15 more minutes remain. We'll be right back. For the 4th here on Fans Only Sports Network. 15 minutes left. LaSalle failing to score for quite a while in that third quarter. And they'll flip sides once again. They'll keep the main characters on the field that we've seen today. Trying to close this thing out. This is a good play here by McGovern off the faceoff, and it's Frida's pushing it. She's got someone down there. It's Grace. And it went past the line. She thought it did, but they say no. So they'll get a ton of calls tonight in their favor. But get it back here, though. Grace. Swings it over to McGovern. Running clock, by the way, so 25 seconds now into the fourth. Here's McGovern. Now Freitas gets a little screen. Feeds it to her sister, and how's Freitas getting through, and she missed it a little bit too tall. It's going to stay with LaSalle, though, as they were there first, tracking down that ball. Peters. It's by, gives it up. Shot there. Got saved again. Still free, trying to fight for it. That's going to be LaSalle foul. As McGovern, who was looking for goal number 5, she's got none in this second half and couldn't get one there. Here's Crane. Crane trying to fight through and can't. Another foul called against LaSalle, though, and that's inside the 10 meters, so actually, no, it's going to be an 8-meter shot, rather. Trying to bring it down to 11. And Crane, the shot here. I think he got blocked by Karen McGovern, and stay with O'Brien Gilligan, who had 2 in the third. O'Brien Gilligan in trouble. She'll get another shot here. And another foul called against the Rams, and they have been in big foul trouble all second half. That one against Kaylin Bebo. So Kylie O'Brien Gilligan looking for her third goal of the second half. And that's going to be a false start against someone on Seekonk. Back to LaSalle. 12 and change to play. Up to Freitas. Freitas, full steam ahead. Gives it up, and this one back to Peters. Peters gets a little screen. Almost had the little pick and roll action there with Grace. I don't think Peters even saw her there. She had a good chance. Here's McGovern, though. McGovern fires and finally gets on the scoreboard here in the second half. It's 19 for LaSalle. So now the next question, can LaSalle get up to 20? We'll see. So with the clock here, just pretend it's 25 seconds left. Less than what it is. I started the clock a little bit late, so my apologies. There's 10 and a half now to go. Just about here in the fourth quarter / game, as this will be LaSalle again winning this one. It's Elise Freitas again. Sorry, rather Elsie, excuse me. Peters. Rather, Sylvia. Sylvia swings it out. Back up top for Peters. Peters trying to do it herself here and gets through some trouble. It's on the turf and it'll be scooped up by McGovern, who calmly gets way out of the circle here. McGovern. Peters. Renza. And this one is going to be off the stick of Silva that time. And ruled a turnover, going back Seekonk's direction. This one is fought for and will be taken back by Lasalle. Another turnover here, this time by the Warriors. And Renza off her stick. She'll pick it back up, though. 6 minutes into this final quarter. McGovern. McGovern gets by. She takes the shot from the same angle, and it's 20 on the board for LaSalle. McGovern with her 6th today. Another one for Karen McGovern, the captain. Showing off her extremely versatile skill set here in this one. Pizzelli will get this for LaSalle. Pizzelli gets it back, takes the shot, scores! Noelle Pizzelli. 3 unanswered for LaSalle to answer the 3 unanswered from Seekonk. And Noelle Pizzelli gets into the group of scorers here. The junior with the goal. So this game, once again, this is just a scrimmage. Not going to count for either team in the areas that actually matter down the line. And McGovern will get this face off. Over to Peters. Peters swings it. Simonelli. Back over to McGovern. And that's going to be almost turned over, and it will be turned over. Wasn't ready for that pass. Seekonk now looking in the other direction. Tonino going all the way with it here. Rather, that is Madison Vieira, I believe. No, that is Tonino, rather. Excuse me. For Seekonk and Crane. Over to O'Brien Gilligan. Who's been their person in the second half. And O'Brien Gilligan, they're going to call a flag, but she scores anyways. And gets the hat trick, finally. She was waiting for it. She had a lot of chances since scoring her second and creates her own shot there to get her 3rd goal today. 5.5 to go here in this one. Sal still leads at 14. No, this is not a football game, 21-7. This is some high school girls lacrosse. Face-off here between Crane and McGovern. And rather, that was not McGovern. That was Kira Casey, excuse me. She said a lot of the face-off duties here today. It's Crane who wins it for Seekonk and gets over to O'Brien Gilligan. Pump fake has to feed. And get through some traffic. This one's saved by Owens. It's still on the turf. That's going to be a push. And they'll have an 8-meter shot here, actually. So, yes. They won't take the shot, though. Now they do, and they score. Albano are second. To make it 21-8. Back down to a 13-goal game. Salle is led by as much as 15 today, twice. 18-3 and 21-6. Now Seekonk gets it back down to a baker's dozen here with under 4 minutes to go. Seekonk, something to look good at. You know, they started down 12-0. They've scored 8 goals since, and they really are warriors, for lack of a better term. Coming in here and not letting that slow start shake them as much as you might have thought. For Lasalle, though, we'll have all of their home games this season from Lasalle Academy. Next up, April 15th, a Tuesday, they're going to play Barrington here at home at 6:30 p.m., so we won't see them for over 2.5 weeks. McGovern taking no rest and not resting on the shot either. She scores right there on the sling to get her 7th today. 22 on the board for the Rams. 2:30 to go. Salle had some good slate of home games this year. We got Portsmouth, East Greenwich, Prout, North Kingstown, a rematch, which we're looking forward to on May 20th against Moses Brown. Rematch of last year's championship game, I should specify, which Moses Brown won 16-6. Really held LaSalle down in their attack. Let's see if the 2025 Rams get a good treat this season, as we're under 2 minutes to go, and Seekonk going to get the last goal. It's Albano who scored twice. It's 2 from Albano, 2 from Crane, 3 from Kylie O'Brien Gilligan, and then the goal from Emily Tonino. Between all of those, and here's O'Brien Gilligan, who's been running this offense for the most part in the second half, especially. Over to Sheenahan. A couple of lads hooking up there for the pass here in March. O'Brien Gilligan. Over to Albano. Albano gets by a defender, but not for long, as Lexi Kozlik able to keep up with her there. It was actually Ferreira, rather. Now getting through and kicking it towards the net. This is going to be not deemed a shot, deemed a turnover instead, as we have 60 seconds left here from Providence. Blackburn, whose name we haven't said here today, the sophomore, and Sal's backup's coming in for the last few minutes of this, or some of them at least. Freitas, though. And they're going to call a foul here. Set up another 8-meter shot with 30 seconds left, and Freitas will be the one taking it for LaSalle. She's already scored thrice today. Looking for number 4, Freitas. Does it again. It's 23 for LaSalle, and I might wrap this thing up, folks. It's safe to say that it will. 15-goal lead. They're just going to wind out the clock, and that's going to do it here from us. Final score, 23 for Lasalle, 8 for Seekonk, and albeit it was a non-league game, but the Rams were able to get their first W here of 2025 at home. So from Tim Duffy and all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network, we're out. LaSalle, see you guys on April 15th for the game against Barrington. The boys team, hopefully you guys get us involved this year too.